Let us work. Well, hello, my dear viewers. Welcome back to the channel. This time I bring you not fairy tales live reaction, but the 7 deadly sins. If you guys haven't noticed, I have as a rule, whenever whichever chapter releases first, I live react or slash review to it first. In this case around, the 7 deadly sins have that honor because they were released first. Then fairy tales do double chapters of this week or last week's. I have yet to realize what they're actually counting towards, but I believe these are this week's chapters, even though this week was supposed to be Golden Week. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But here we have it, a 20-page long chapter of the 7 deadly sins, 215 Zeldori's The Executioner. I'm really looking forward to this because according to my girlfriend, I will enjoy this chapter a lot. So, without further ado, let us begin. Okay. So Diane is recognizing Zeldori's from when he fought against Meliodas. Goter, the Demon King, is angered. Return to prison at once. If not, I will have to treat this as treason against the Demon King and eliminate you here and now. This is unfortunate. I was hoping to preserve as much magic power as possible, but that doesn't seem very likely, taking you on as an opponent. Oh, the banter. I like Goter more and more. Jeez. Oh, okay. It's Diane. Diane just went on to punch Zeldori's. Okay. I'm the Giant King. Besides, I need you to stop the Holy War, so get going. Until we meet again, Diane. Oh, you will meet her again. Don't you forget about that. You are a member of Stigma, the Giant King Dolor, aren't you? Well, what gave it away? Damn, those sick moves. Damn. Twirl, lady, twirl. A battle dance. He's gathering a massive amount of earth magic together. This is the legendary Dance of Dolor. Let's go fair and square, one-on-one. It would be a waste to take you on as an opponent. Ooh, that even hurts. It just punches his gut in. Not even the gut, the chest. Oh. Holy heck. It can't be. I wasn't even scratched from that 10 Commandments member attack. I've sealed your magic, but do not worry, I will return it shortly. Okay. He sealed my magic, temporary or not, I'm the Giant King, and yet he defeated me so easily. I can't believe he's too powerful. There's something different about him compared to the rest of the 10 Commandments. Oh, my name is Zoldoris. The Demon King has lent his magic power to me for me to use. In other words, I am the Demon King's representative. Okay. The Demon King's power. Yeah, Giant King Dolor, it is time for you to choose. Will you die here? Oh, or will you join us as one of the 10 Commandments? Oh. So Dolor was offered a direct choice. Like, he was asked. Like, directly. Unlike Luxenia, who fell into a mindless rage and then ended up banding together with them, Dolor was like given the proposition on a silver plating. You and the Fairy King, together your bravery and valor has resonated all the way to the underworld. If you will join us, then we can grant Then we can grant you even more power. What you think, dollar, is not such a bad deal. There's no way I could possibly. As one of the giant clan who view running away from battle as the ultimate disgrace, far more so than dying, at the time I was faced with only two choices: choose dead or become one of the Ten Commandments. Then what the hell is she supposed to do? Even if Diane makes a different decision than you did, no matter which she chooses, she'll never be able to come back. Yes, because that's the thing. Because if she chooses the same as Dolor, she will be trapped in the time loop. Well, not the time loop, but she'll be trapped in time. Or if she dies, then her body in the present will die. I just wanted to know which was the right choice, to live as one of the Ten Commandments or to die as the Giant King. Well, given that you're actually trying to help King and Diane, I would say that the right choice there was to live as one of the Ten Commandments. It says I often think about this. I'd rather be a coward but alive than a hero and dead. Because a live coward can still do something because he's alive. No one has any use for a dead hero. And I mean coward in a sense that in this case with Dolor, he chose to live as one of the Ten Commandments. Sure, he did a lot of bad things. Nothing will erase that. The thing is, he lived long enough to pass knowledge on to Diane and King. Let's put it in this way. He lived long enough to pass the knowledge on to Diane and King. Should he have chosen to die back then, he wouldn't have passed that knowledge. And who knows if the seven deadly sins would be able to defeat the commandments. Would there even have been seven deadly sins or 10 commandments for that matter? Would have the Great Holy War have ended anyway? So I think he sort of did the right choice, because he chose to live another day so he could, I don't know. Of course he did a lot of bad things. I'm not taking it out of him, but anyway. Giant King Dolor, heaven has bestowed two things to you: a most unique power and isolation. A physical stature that towers over the giant clan, blue skin like a sapphire, magic powers concealed within your eye, 4 arms like towering cliff sides. Even within your kind you were treated as a freak. All giants love and crave battle. There are no giants. Oh, okay, so she's comparing himself to him because she didn't like battle and she didn't want for battle. Very cool. As the giant clan values battle and strength over all else, they now celebrate you as the Giant King. But you have not one friend, one companion who truly understands you from the heart. But we are different. Because we of the Demon Clan are freaks in this world. Our very existence is treated as different. Now choose that or becoming one of the 10 Commandments. I have decided, this is Diane speaking now. My answer is, I've decided, rather there wasn't even anything to decide. Don't do it, don't choose. Wait. Oh, I love it. She's back. Yes, she is back. Oh, God. I made it back. Impossible, which did you choose? regardless of which she shouldn't have been able to come back. So how? She made a third choice. There's gotta be. She made a third choice. I ran for it. What? Oh, she made the third choice. She turned tail and run. Oh, yes. Oh, you made it back too, King. I'm so glad. Is she gonna hug him? Ah! Finally! She just picks him up and smooches him. Oh god. King is gonna blow up. I love you. Oh damn. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Oh God, King and Diane overcoming their trial push one step forward. All that's left is to reunite with the seven deadly sins. What in the world happened to Diane while she was off on her own? The two of them suddenly get a whole lot closer. Damn right they do. Holy heck. Finally, Jesus Christ. After 215 chapters, finally, the ship is real. The ship is a ship no more. Oh, I like this a lot. To be continued in chapter 216, onward to the sins end. Will we finally see the other remaining members of the seven deadly sins? Or will we remain with Dolor and Luxinia for a little while longer to figure out really what the trial was all about? What kind of powers and abilities have King and Diane gotten apart from the wholesome and grand power of love? I can't believe this. She said I was going to like it, and she was bloody right. Oh, heck. King is all red. Oh, God. The thing is, like, oh, so cute. Oh, I love this. Ah, it's over. Ah, of course it is. Oh, I like this a lot. Fairy Tales double chapters better be good to compete against this, because this chapter was good. Diane choosing the third option. She basically made a third option on her own. She just turned tail and run. It's not like she didn't try to fight. She didn't choose the commandments route, the death route. She just turned tail and run. Oh God. Okay, now let us talk serious for a moment. Now that both trials are over, King's and Diane's, I am curious to see whether or not. No, because they said it last chapter. Even though they're able to interfere with it, the story is already written, so there's no way to change the past. Basically, that's what they said. They're able to interfere with it, but there's no changing it. Imagine this. Great analogy. Yesterday I saw the Assassin's Creed movie once again, and by the way, I am a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Little trivia about me, if you didn't know. I watched the movie once again. I've played all the games already. I've watched the movie once again yesterday. I bought the DVD. And think of these trials of King and Diane as a sort of regression in the animus. They are able to see and interact with the genetic memories, with the past, but they can't really change it. They have to follow the flow of it, so they stay synchronized, much like in Assassin's Creed. But as soon as they do something that their ancestors didn't, they get off synchronization and they get out of the regression. Sort of like that. Now that I think about it, now that I make the comparison, it makes a hell of a lot of sense. So yeah, think of it as an animus regression. They went back in time, sorta, within the genetic memories. And then they were able to see, experience, alter it to a slight bit. Like, they didn't alter it that much. But in the crucial moments, when they changed it, they got off synchronization, they desynchronized, and came back to their original bodies. I cannot wait for the next chapter. It's what I say. The trials have ended, and now it's back to the present time. It's back to the 7 deadly sins. What will happen to Dolor and Luxenia now? Will they be shunned from the 10 Commandments because they sort of betrayed them by helping the enemy? Will they go back to the ranks of the 10 Commandments and fight like nothing has ever happened? Or when the time comes to fight, will they just say, it's on your hands now, you do with us what you will? And they maybe once again offer the chance to either be killed or join them. But as I don't see King or Diane killing Dolor or Luxenia, they will probably end up joining the fight against the Commandments, or whichever group it's the final villain, or the next villain. It's kind of hard to say if 7 Deadly Sins is nearing its end or not. I would say yes, because I don't see... We are kind of getting a lot of stuff answered already as it is. We have almost all of the sins uncovered, except for Merlin's and Escanor's. Almost all of them have their magical weapons except for Ban, which I don't think he'll ever get his back. So there's very few things left to discover. There's Merlin's past, but I think we will discover about that in the future. In the recent future, we still have to learn her true name, whether she is or not a demon, as some of us think. I, for one, do think she's a demon. In fact, I think she's the daughter of the Demon King. But that would make for 2 demons in the 7 Deadly Sins. But at the same time, there are 2 humans in the 7 Deadly Sins, so it would make sense. Escanor and Ban are both humans, although one is a cursed human and the other is an immortal human. So Meliodas could be he's no simple demon, but Merlin, being the daughter of the Demon King, would be of a higher sort of demon than Meliodas is, unless there's a whole new race we are yet to know of. Who knows? Only Suzuki Nakaba does know, which will be all revealed to us in future chapters. I have enjoyed this one a lot. If you have, please do tell me your opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think about the realization of the long-awaited ship, King X Diane, the love duo that was promised to us ever since they both appeared? I look very much forward to seeing your comments on the topic, and I'll see you right away for this week's double chapters of fairy tale. I'll see you then, and bye bye.